Podketeers.
You and your brother would like do it all the time or
yes.
something.
Okay,
and
so we
yes,
did talk
yes.
about it. All right. So things are working-ish, I guess. The
One
gears are
brain.
turning somehow. It's there, right?
Oops, all crunch berries.
Man, I am tired. I got up so early this morning,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't go back to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know what woke me up. It's just like 4 o'clock in the morning. I just woke up and couldn't go back to sleep. And so, I did what everybody does when it's cold in their alley. You get into your, get all warm, and then you just scroll TikTok and stuff, right?
Of course.
And I figured that if I did that for a good, half an hour, 40 minutes or whatever, that I would get tired again and eventually knock out.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. I just kept scrolling, and before I know it, the alarm is going off, and I got to start getting ready.
Ring-a-ding-ding-ding-da-do.
Needless to say, I'm tired.
Sleepy Heyzen.
Super sleepy. Super tired.
Sleepy.
Plus, the last several days, I've been trying to pack up all of the FGP things that we've been, saying that we're going to send out. I've been knee deep in printing and packaging a bunch of the little gingerbread ornaments that we're sending out to everybody. We got some of the. Actually, I'm not even going to say. I'm just gonna be surprised. But
Yeah.
I've been boxing those up and getting those ready to get shipped out. So it's been a long week, and I am ready to go to sleep. So until next time, keep dreaming.
You know what? I would not be mad.
A great 3-minute episode.
That should be like the April Fool's episode. Okay, and there we go.
Yeah.
But now we said it. Now people are gonna know.
But still, whatever.
But
Let's
will
edit
they
that. Just
remember?
bleep that part.
Okay. Oh man.
Yeah.
Remember I was complaining about Speedstorm?
Mm-hmm.
About not being able to play because I was so engulfed in Monopoly Go, and I lost out on a bunch of the shards and stuff that I needed to upgrade my racers. The season with Nightmare Before Christmas ended a few days ago, and I was bummed out, man, because I paid my $10 for the season, and I thought I was gonna get Oogie Boogie because he's the paid racer basically. If you can go through everything, you get Oogie Boogie, and some of the racers that you needed at the level that you needed them is not something I had. You needed them to be at level 40 or 45, and all of mine are in their 20s. There's no way I was going to be able to upgrade them in time. And there was one, basically the way that the objectives are set up, they're little nodes. It's kind of looks like a path that you can take depending on the type of racer that you have or that you're playing with. And I was playing in front of my son, and he looks at the nodes and he's like, "Dad, I think if you upgrade Jumba, I think you might be able to get Oogie Boogie." I'm like, what?
Oh.
He's like, "Yeah, if you waste all of your upgrade coins and you upgrade Jumba, and if you get at least 3rd place, you can open up a path to get to Oogie Boogie." I was like, no way. What? No way. So I'm sitting there, I'm looking at the notes, I'm like, by George, he's right. So I spend all of my upgrade shards, all my little racer token things, and I upgrade Jumba. And the objective was to either get 3rd place, 2nd place, or win the race. And I got 2nd in the race.
Nice.
So it did. It opened up a path that I could take. The only other, I think, barrier that I hit was my Ariel had to be at level 42, and I had her at level 40. So I had to grind for an hour, and this was literally 2 hours before the event ended. This is after 10 p.m. I'm just trying to get as much as possible, and my goal at that point was to just open up as many free boxes as I could, knowing that I potentially wasn't going to get Oogie Boogie. But now like I had this like path open, and so like I'm like grinding trying to get like more race wins with Ariel to try to upgrade her. We finally get her upgraded, and it opened up the final path, and I had to race with Sally at like level 45, which I did have her at 45 because she was like the easiest one to upgrade the entire event, and I got Oogie Boogie.
Nice.
I was so freaking happy, and I was so tired, I almost cried. Like that's how happy I was. Like, you know, those like, yeah, I did it, Adrian, I did it. It was one of those Rocky moments.
Jeez.
So, I am not sure what I'm gonna do about the Incredibles season that just started, because it literally flipped from like one to the next, like Monopoly Go did. It's like it didn't even like take me out to dinner. It's just like boom, from 1 second to the next. It was like another event. But I did get a cool screen that said "Save the World," and then like it just converted to the Incredibles. So, I guess I'm gonna play it. I'm concerned that I probably won't unlock whoever the secret one is. I don't know much about it. I have so much to play.
Mm-hmm.
There's that. Dreamlight Valley has the new Star Path that they're doing. Plus, they have the Sally event to bring her to the valley. I downloaded the Indiana Jones game.
Oh, okay.
Which is part of the Xbox Game Pass, so I got it for free, which was super cool. I get to play that one without buying the game. But I just haven't had time to sit down and play. And I burned so much of my time with Speedstorm just trying to get Oogie Boogie, but it was worth it.
Nice.
I was pretty happy about it. So it all worked out in the end.
I mean, you'll have time soon. Like next week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that it... Like, last weekend was... I dealt with so much. Last week was probably the first time, like, ever that I was super concerned about the episode, like, not being posted at all. Because... if you were listening last episode, you may have heard that we had to switch some of the technology that we're using to record the podcast, and we ran into some technical issues. Like, in the end, I think it all worked out, but it was a lot more difficult to do things that we've been familiar with for a while, especially in the editing process at the end. I think we got it all figured out, and I think it's going to go a lot smoother this time. So I'm hoping that I'm not trying to post the episode Sunday night again. I think it should be up sooner than that. But yeah, I was like really concerned. I was kind of freaking out that it wasn't going to go up. I just realized I didn't post the Instagram thing either.
You know what? It's been a busy time. It's December.
Right?
It's right before Christmas.
It is. Hey, are you doing any boutiques or anything to sell for Christmas this year?
No, not this year. This year, I'm just. I was thinking of doing it more next year. I'm like, this year I am already tired, and I'm like, I don't want to deal with stress right now. So I'm like, nah.
I get you.
Next year it is.
Do you have anything up on your Etsy though? Like for people that are looking for like cool things to give out, like for gifts. Like, do you have anything up right now?
You're not on Etsy. You moved, right?
I did.
Back again.
I'm back to my website. I am, but you know what? Baby steps.
Right.
I don't have everything up right now.
Got
I'm
it.
just taking it easy because beforehand I put too much pressure on myself and I tried to put everything and I was like, nah. I'm going to just roll with it. I'm going to roll with it for now. And then since like work is a little busy, I'm like, I need my energy and stuff for just here, for doing things at home. So I'm like, I will get to it. Like I said, next year, I'll be better. I'll be way better.
Yeah, I think people don't understand sometimes
It
like
takes
how much these things take out of you.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's a hobby, even if it's like something fun that you do, when it's a business especially, it gets really hard because people expect you to put out a bunch of stuff, and when you can't, you just can't, right? Like,
Right.
I think that's been kind of the struggle that I've had over the last like couple of years, that there's just so much that I want to do, and I just couldn't.
Right.
I just didn't have the energy to do it. I didn't, now I'm definitely feeling a lot better. So I think there's, I'm able to do a lot more. I think this last week has been really good as far as me getting a bunch of that stuff done. I don't think I would have been able to get half of the stuff modeled and printed in time. And even now, I think I'm cutting it pretty close with a couple of things, because I decided to print a couple of extra things to send to a few people as well. But I still have to paint them, and I still have to go through the process of prepping them and primering them, and that
that's
usually
hours.
takes a couple of days. Yeah. On top of the couple of days, so I think I might have to help the process along and find the balance of how much to heat them and blow air on them so that they dry, but I don't remelt the prints, right? So it's a balancing act. Because trust me, this might look like a bunch of like little things, but there were also instances where stuff looked like this.
Truth. Like, how many times do you like start something and it's like trial and error, and you're like, oh, plan E.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, you end up with the Dunice version of your ornament, and
this looks like you left the iron on it a little too long.
A little bit, right?
Toasty.
So anyway, like I said, it's been a busy week. I'm glad that you've moved back, and I'm glad that you have a plan for launching next year. We'll make sure that we get a chance to promote that for you, so people can go buy cool stuff. Hey, they can buy after Christmas things.
Of course.
Right?
I mean, there's still some stuff up there, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's technically only 4 right now.
You can buy the 4 things.
But I do have my Etsy still open, so I'm just giving options.
Perfect.
That's it.
Perfect. I like it. Let's see. What do we have for this week? Oh, this is not Disney related, but I just thought it was super cool. Hot Ones? The show with Sean Evans. We saw Donald on Hot Ones recently.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
With the wings.
Yeah, so Hot Ones, I forgot what the name of the other guy was, but the host, Sean Evans, partnered with somebody else who kind of founded Hot Ones, and I guess they're kind of like a BuzzFeed brand. They're like a sub of BuzzFeed, and BuzzFeed owes a lot of money right now, and so they started selling off properties. They just sold Hot Ones for $82.5 million.
Nice.
Wow.
Almost $83 million for that property. And I remember watching the first season of Hot Ones and thinking, what a cool idea. What a cool idea that nobody's doing. And now look at it. 10 seasons in, 20 seasons in. I don't even know how much it is right now. $83 million. It's what it's worth.
It's crazy.
How insane.
Crazy.
I think Podketeers right now is worth like nachos, a hot dog, and maybe half a bucket of popcorn.
Yeah.
If we're being generous. So anybody out there who wants to make us a deal and name a building after us, similar to the way Mr. Iger got a building named after him
honor.
this week. What a crazy story. So Disney, what is it? They opened a building in New York. They opened up like Disney East.
Yeah, I think they have their New York headquarters. I think they've been working on it for a while, like having a New York presence. And it's a big building. It's at 7 Hudson Square. I believe. Let's see. I was trying
What's
to see
that?
how
7
big
Hudson
it.
Square.
Is
that like the main?
That's its address. I don't know. It's in, I'm assuming, Manhattan. I don't know New Yorky things. But it looks like a big building. You can look it up. And yeah, they named it the Robert A. Iger Building.
Which
Hooray!
weird. Like,
It's-
don't you
yeah.
usually name buildings after somebody? Like, not to sound morbid about it, but don't you like
Right.
name it after like somebody who passed away or like somebody you're honoring like after they're retired?
Right.
Yep.
According to this, it says an honor bestowed by the company and its board to mark Iger's many accomplishments for Disney and its employees as he commemorates his 50th anniversary with the company. Iger began his career at ABC in 1974.
It looks like they're also hosting The View there now.
Oh, okay. So it has a
They're also-
studio.
Yeah. That's why I guess
Um,
that's why the building is so large, because it's office
says-
space and it's the studio space.
Says noteworthy building amenities. Amenities include a full-service cafe and coffee bar, outdoor terraces, wellness room, a large event space for employee gatherings, conference centers, a large screening room, a reading room, a bike room with shower facilities, a company store, TV studios, plural, and much more. I like how I just think it's funny that it says a bike room with shower facilities. Like, it's this giant building. And it's like, oh, yeah, also there's a room with bikes and a shower.
Just an FYI.
Just so you
you know, just in case. Just in case. I saw some of the concept art of the buildings,
Mm-hmm.
or of the building, because they have like they had like the Muppets in one of them. They had Beast Library in another. They had like Walt with all of the Mickey.
But they're just like
plushes
pictures
and stuff.
They're just like
yeah, they're just
pictures,
like
on the
random
wall.
pictures. And the one of the Muppets, I don't know how it made me feel, because I know like a couple weeks ago I was like, they need to get rid of the Muppets. They need
Right.
to show the Muppets some love by getting rid of them. And then I see this big old picture of the Muppets in the hallway and like the
Mhm.
concept art. And all I wonder is, like, is it really there, or was it just part of the concept art for people to be like, see, we do love the Muppets
See, Bob Iger doesn't hate the Muppets.
in the Robert Iger
And
building?
the Robert A. Iger
Here is
building.
proof. Oh, we're bad.
Funny. I do like the fact that they have like a really decent looking theater in there.
Yeah,
I mean,
screening
it's-
room.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, cool. I mean, Podketeers building. I don't think we need to do it in New York. Downtown LA is fine. I think we'll,
We'll
It'll
have
be
it in
fine.
Burbank.
yeah, yeah. There's some office space that's opening up.
There's a close.
I'm assuming in the Warner Brothers lot, because they're getting rid of everything.
There's a close
They don't-
Pinkberry we may be able to open up in.
There's a Kmart that Spirit Halloween just let go of that we
Right.
could use.
There you go.
But yeah,
Yeah, but we'd have to name it after it. It would be like the we'd have to. It wouldn't be the Podketeers building. It would have to be the Heyzen building.
nah. The Podketeers building's better.
The Andrew Fiffick building.
The Podketeers
The
podcast
Andrew T.
building.
Fiffick building.
No, that's what it is. The Podketeers podcast building.
A podcast building.
So Warner Brothers. I guess I'm going to tie this into Warner
And the
Brothers
Warner
now, too,
sister?
because- Dot. Yeah. I was reading an article where I guess HBO is not going to renew Sesame Street. I think they're going
Whoa.
to play. Yeah, I think they're going to play the episodes until the end of like 2025 or whenever their current contract ends, but they're not going to renew it anymore. So Sesame Street is going to get shopped around for a new network to premiere new episodes. And all it made me think was, hey, Brian, now's your chance. You could scoop up Sesame Street. You could scoop up the Muppets and be like, it's all ours again.
But here's
Yeah.
the thing. Here's the thing.
It's all ours
The
again.
Warner Brothers didn't own Sesame Street. They just had the distribution rights to Sesame Street. Sesame Street is owned by
it
the
wasn't
Sesame...
like an ownership deal
No,
thing?
they just had the streaming rights to new episodes or whatever.
That's lame.
The Sesame Workshop owns Sesame Street.
Well,
and
that's
so
actually
it's-
better then.
Yeah, it's just a it's blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to like get the exact wording. It says they're licensing the episodes through 2027, all the old episodes.
Oh, it's 2027. I thought it was
is-
next year.
And then the current season of Sesame Street, season 55, will be available on Max beginning next month.
Oh, man.
So yeah, they're just not purchasing any new episodes.
I see.
So yeah, hopefully somebody. I'm sure somebody else is gonna pick it up.
Of course.
I think Max is probably just trying to get out of Warner Brothers. They're trying to get out of anything that isn't their any licensed things would be my guess. They're trying to get out of to save themselves
makes sense.
money.
Well, they hate everything that they
Yeah,
own.
David Zaslav hates
Yeah.
people.
Yes.
They're doing a poor job with everything that they have. So
Yeah, Apple TV
For
I think has
everyone.
as Fraggle Rock, so maybe they can get
Wait, who has Fraggle Rock?
I think Apple TV Plus has Fraggle Rock.
Listen,
Oh.
if anybody could buy the Muppets and Sesame Street, it's Apple.
Yeah, so
They
let's
got
see.
tons
Apple
of
TV.
money.
Bring it together.
What they should do is they should buy Sesame Street or buy the rights to stream Sesame Street and not wait months like HBO was to stream it on like PBS. They should just be like a 1 week later or next day they'll be available on PBS as a public service to all the children of the world. Dun dun dun.
Maybe, who knows?
That's caring, right?
Yeah. There's no way that it's not going to have new episodes. There will be.
It should. I mean, I grew up on Sesame Street. I love it.
Yeah.
My who's your favorite Sesame Street character?
Ooh. That's a good question.
While you're thinking, Mel,
I'm gonna have
did
to
you
go
grow
with-
up on Sesame Street too, Andrew?
I didn't. Un poquito, but not really. I was in Sesame
Oh.
Street.
I know.
Did you think of one?
The count. I just loved like how every single time you count.
Buds.
I mean, it was a great way to learn how to count. So that was probably my favorite thing.
Nice.
I think I like. I don't know. It's hard. To pick, but I'm gonna pick Snuffleupagus.
I like
That's
him.
a good one.
Yeah.
Fluffy.
Can I guess Heyzen's character?
Yeah.
Is it obscure
No.
or is it not like a core? Like, okay. For some reason I had a feeling that you were gonna pick Telly.
I like Telly.
Yeah,
Definitely top 3, but it's not Telly.
it's not Telly. Okay, go ahead.
No.
Sorry.
No, it's actually Grover.
Grover's great.
Aww.
Yeah. I loved Grover. I loved the Super Grover character. And I think when Elmo came into Sesame Street and they started kind of pushing Grover to the side, like Grover was kind of the original Elmo for Sesame
Right,
Street.
like had
Right.
played that role.
Yeah, and when Elmo got really popular and they kind of like pushed Grover aside, it kind of made me sad. But
Yeah.
Grover, I think, has always been like one of my like really top favorite
Yeah.
characters on Sesame
I also
Street.
like Bert and Ernie.
Yeah.
Like you can't.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all good. Cookie Monster, Big Bird, Telly. Come on.
I even had the
friggin' Oscar the Grouch.
the little book, the little
Those
when
thick page books.
it was for like if you take a bath, like one of those vinyl books or something like that, and it was about Ernie, and he was like him and his rubber duck.
Rubber
Nice.
Ducky.
Yeah, I remember that. Like it was just,
What's a fun
it was like a
rubber
book that was never
ducky
destroyed.
Right.
of you.
Friggin' Mr. Noodle. You got all kinds of stuff on
Mr. Noodle
Sesame
is
Street.
good, too.
Rocco.
Rocco's pretty new though, but then there was Oscar. Oscar was always great.
Oscar Grouch.
Yeah.
Abby Cadabby.
Guy Smiley was always great.
Guy Smiley.
Oh,
Kermit the Frog.
host. Kermit. Yeah.
Who else is on there? Zoe.
No, those are all new though.
Yeah,
Like,
but
Zoe's
I don't
new,
know.
Rocco's
Surprised we
new.
didn't say Big Bird.
I said Big
Yeah.
Bird. I listed
Oh,
a
you
bunch of
did.
people. I said Big Bird. I said Cookie Monster.
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
when my kids were younger, we used to use. I think I told you, like we used to sing like lullabies and stuff, and we used to like, read stories and stuff. And every night they would choose a new song, and one of the songs that was in the rotation was one of Ernie's songs. It's one of the where he's imagining that he's like a knight. He's like,
Sometimes I imagine that I would like to be a knight in shining armor in a castle by the sea. And I tip my hat. Imagine that. Imagine that.
so anyway, so like that was one of the
Aw,
songs
we
that was
just
like
turned
in the
into
rotation.
6-year-olds.
It's awesome. I
moment.
love it. It's like one of my favorite songs. I think that's why Ernie's also like really high up on my list because his imagination was like always like
Yeah.
grandiose, right? Like he always had like all the coolest songs and like all the cool scenarios, and he was always pissing off Bert, which is funny.
Which is great. Ernie.
It's like Ernie, like big old eyes.
The eyebrows.
Let's see. What about Baby Bear? Baby Bear's pretty
Oh
good.
yeah, Baby Bear was good too.
Baby Bear. It's
Yeah.
always like Baby Bear and Telly are always like teamed up against
Yeah.
like Elmo or something like
Yeah. Man. I'm going to throw the question out there for everyone listening, everyone watching. What's your favorite Sesame Street character? Were you watching years ago when Grover was still like fairly top of the food chain, or were you watching after Elmo pushed them out and they got rid of him like yesterday's garbage? Let us know. Leave a comment. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to send this to you.
Oh.
Totally unrelated to everything that we're talking about.
It's
But
okay.
I know we like to talk about food stuff, and I wanted to get your reaction. Let me bring this up.
Okay.
Because, I don't know.
Let's see.
My stomach grumbled right now as I was like wrapping that up, and it made me think of food, and I thought, oh, I should tell them this. All right, let me share this. I want to get your reaction to this.
Are these Galinda Funyuns?
Yes.
This is real?
Pink glitter Funyuns.
Let us be glad.
Oh,
Let
this.
us be grateful.
No, thank you.
Let us rejoice, or whatever she says.
It is real.
On the
So at
Glinda
first
Funyuns.
I just thought it was like a joke that somebody put out there, and then the original Funyuns account started releasing multiple videos about this.
Oh.
Glitter Funyuns. Are you a Funyuns fan to begin with?
No.
No.
Really? I love Funyuns.
They're
I used
fun
to, but-
onions.
They're
Nah.
fun onions, yeah.
But I don't
They're
like
fun
onions.
onions. They're yuns.
Yuns. Fun
They're
yuns.
Fun yuns. And I had
So
nothing to
they're
do with anything we're talking
so they're
about. but
glitter?
They're pink glitter, yeah.
But are they flavored?
I think they still taste like
Just
yuns.
yeah, they're just yun
They're-
flavored.
They're just pink glittered yuns.
I
That
see.
just screws my head. Like, it
Pink
looks so
yuns.
pretty, and you eat it, and it's like, onion. That's a prank. That's
Pink.
horrible.
Well, that's I was wondering, like, okay, I can generally separate what food looks like and the flavor. Like, it
So-
I think that happened for me when I ate sushi for the first time.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because the separation of how some sushi looks versus how it ends up tasting was the first time I really felt like I knew how to separate those two from
Okay.
each other. which is why I think that I might be able to get past it. But then it makes me wonder, is it so in your face? Like you're eating glitter, right? I don't know if it's going to confuse me or not. Like, I feel like I need to find this, and I need to find the gingerbread Pepsi.
What?
Because there's a gingerbread Pepsi now, too. I didn't tell you about the gingerbread Pepsi either?
No.
Goodness.
What is this?
I am so behind on the food fun.
Gingerbread.
Boom, 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 ba-dum, bum. Bam! This is the zero sugar one, but there is a non-zero sugar version of gingerbread Pepsi. Apparently, it's one of the hardest things to find right now. People are rating it much higher than the Coke Oreos or the Oreo Coke, which I didn't even know existed until FGP Squad member, our friend Heather, over on Discord, told us that there was also like the drink version of the Oreo Coke amalgamation that happened this year. But yeah, I've been trying to find this one as well. The pink glitter yuns are also now on my list to find, just to see if it's going to throw me off or to see what they taste like. I think they're just Funyuns.
I wonder if we could, because you know how you could take, was it the Coke soda? Oh my gosh, I'm tired. Coke in a can, and then make the mug cake with it. So I wonder if you could take the Pepsi and take it with the gingerbread and how that would taste.
Delicious.
See, that's what I would try. I don't know about the soda, but I would try the cake.
Delicious. Because I've made cake with like Sprite or 7-Up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good. Like, I like how it tasted. I haven't tried it with a dark soda yet. I've only tried it with light sodas. I've also tried it with Orange Crush. I don't count that as a dark soda, although
No.
maybe it is.
Nah.
I don't
Medium?
know. Maybe medium. It's basically just syrup that's flavored, right? But I did use Orange Crush in cake once, and it was delicious. So I think you're onto something, Mel. I think using the gingerbread Pepsi would... Oh, man.
Heather, if you're listening, you got to try this.
Right?
Please report back.
Let us know how it goes.
For
Save me
reals.
some.
So I've been looking up these Funyuns.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought they were Glinda. They're not Wicked related. They're called...
They're not?
No, they are...
Missed opportunity.
They are Funyuns Princess Bag.
Dude.
And so it says, the sparkly pink version of the onion-flavored ring snack features a packet of special edible glitter that can be added to the bag, promising to make every snack feel like a Funyuns princess. The 5-step ritual for enjoying the flavor snack begins with gazing upon a beauty of packaging and additional steps for spreading the word about special products on social media. So I believe that this might have been a marketing stunt.
And you know what? They messed
Oh,
up.
so it's not real.
I think they sent it to a bunch of like just social media influencers. I don't think you'll be able to buy
Got
them.
it.
Okay, so this is a whole complete... Man, you guys messed up, Funyuns. Because it could have been green, and because you want to name it a princess, it could have been, to Shrek. Because Fiona and them like to chew on onions.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah. But I'll tell you...
Well, we have to
honestly-
wait. Maybe when the next Shrek movie comes out. There's
we
no
got Shrek 5 coming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
There you go.
I mean,
I just
honestly-
gave $1 million idea.
Shrek Funyuns.
Well, now I'm kind of upset because part of the reason I was trying so hard to find them is because my wife is a huge Wicked fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, loves Wicked. And
Did you get her the Wicked macaroni and cheese?
What?
I've been trying to... She
There's
might be in
such
the
a
other
thing?
room listening.
It's
So
easy.
I've been
It's
trying to
Walmart
find her like
branded Easy
Wicked
Mac.
stuff to give her like gifts like for Christmas and stuff.
I like how you said
And
shh, like I'm on the speakers or
so
something.
sweet.
She might be in the next room though. That's why I'm like whispering. because
Okay.
she might be able to hear me. So I've been trying to find like other stuff for like stocking stuffers, and I thought the Funyuns were like Glinda
Yeah.
related, which is why it just tripped me out that they were like
Right.
pink glitter Funyuns. And now that they're not like wicked, like I don't want
You know
them
what?
anymore.
But who's to say you can't just put it in it? Like
I don't
it is.
want them anymore.
Yeah, but you can get the Walmart branded Easy Mac that's Wicked branded.
Yeah. I know what you're saying, Mel. I know that I could just like it could pass for it, right? Because that was my
Right.
first inclination. But I guess realizing that there was no Wicked branding on the bag should have tipped me
Yeah.
off.
Uh,
Let's
Meh.
see. Do we got any other Wicked food tie-ins? There's a Betty Crocker Wicked cookie dough pop kit. Or Wicked
Here's the-
cupcake.
Here's the macaroni and cheese, Mel. The crazy thing is you don't know if it's pink or green.
Mm-hmm. I think
When you
it's-
make it,
yeah.
it's one or the other.
I think it's so funny that it's
Wow.
it's Walmart branded. Like it's not.
that is funny.
It looks like it's generic because like it's the same font and everything. Mystery. It's. I think it's very funny. There's
Which will
Wicked
you
Rice
get?
Krispie treats.
What if you get like 4 and they're all green?
My wife had one of them. She tried
Did
it.
it
and
taste green?
It tasted like green. Like, it tasted like food coloring.
That's
Ew.
horrible.
That sounds
horrible.
gross.
Oh man. Well, I mean that's sad. I don't want the Funyuns anymore. Now I gotta find something else for a stocking stuffer. I'm sure it would pass. I think you're right, Mel. I think if I found them and I just added them as part of the stocking stuffers, like it
Yeah.
fits the bill. Like it's in the same, like scope of it. Like if,
Yeah.
but meh. I'm just gonna give her a bunch of these like great value macaroni. and
There you
cheese.
go. Let's see.
It's gonna be
Oh.
green or pink, one of the two.
Put it
There's
in a pink bow.
there's Wicked
And then they're all green.
lollipop
Right.
rings. There's Wicked green goodness juice, and
Ah.
pink hydration juice, and cupcake mix, and candy sticks. I don't know. Starbucks drink.
I mean, you could also just, if you're gonna find like cookie dough, just get cookie dough and you could get like cake mix,
Wicked
strawberry cake mix.
branded. That's what we're trying to do.
Eh.
It's all about
You
the
get-
box
the
that has a
trick
picture
is-
of Ariana Grande on it.
The trick is to
Print
get
it out.
strawberry Fanta and make cake with strawberry Fanta.
Yeah.
Okay. But I want my box of, Nutter Butters to have a picture of Elphaba.
Dude, the Nutter Butter, it's so funny you say that because the Nutter Butter TikTok account is madness.
I've heard.
Oh my goodness. I saw it. I saw people just like talking about it. They're doing the whole like, hey, Nutter Butter, you okay?
Yeah.
You all right over there? And it looks like an 8-year-old took over their social media account and just posted like crazy memes.
It's like all. It's like what do they call it? I forget. But it's like just ridiculous. Like a kind of like old like 90s style like
Yeah.
everything all at once.
It's pretty insane. And what's crazy is that there's always I've seen the trick people use in like videos where they like mispronounce something or they purposely talk about something else
they
to try
say
to get the
wrong thing.
engagement and
Yeah.
people start commenting. And
We
Nutter
don't
Butter
do that.
isn't-
We just say things wrong because.
Oh yeah, I just get stuff wrong all the
we are
time. I
bad
mean,
at it.
I don't do it on purpose or anything. The Nutter Butter, like, I don't think that's a brand that's like top of mind for people,
Mhm.
right? So the fact that they did this and now everybody's talking about Nutter Butter, which
Mhm.
I don't know if it was that brand or if it was one of the other ones, but I think it was in danger of like being just canceled out. Like, it wasn't going to be a brand anymore.
They're just
for-
like, we're getting rid of Nabisco.
I think they were going to get rid of it. And this was kind of like the last attempt at getting people. I don't know.
It's like somebody was like, here,
that
let
was
me
brilliant.
give me a crack at Nutter Butter. I think I'll get the kids interested.
Let me see.
It
Let me
worked.
do a quick Google search. Oh no, Nutter Butter was not going away. All the unhinged videos were just.
I know the one This is not. It's the only reason I know. It made me think of is I think they're at the same aisle the grocery store is. You know the people that make the bear claws.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh, yeah.
the all that company was like, I think is on the verge of bankruptcy and that their prices all went up and all this stuff. Like, I forget what they're called, but this was a while ago.
They need to get Nutter Butter's marketing.
They need to get in with Nutter Butter.
Yeah,
I agree.
it's crazy. All right. Well, before we continue, I think this is a good place for us to take just a little break, come back down, talk some sense out of all the nonsense, and thank a very special group of people. Who are they? Well, let me tell you who they are. They're our podcast Fairy Godparents, or as they like to call themselves, the FGP Squad, because it is their support via Patreon that help make these episodes happen. For more information on how you can become part of the FGP Squad family, we invite you to go to podketeers.com/FGP. There you will find a list of some of our top contributors. You'll find a list to our a link to our Patreon. You'll find some information about what the FGP Squad is all about. But being a part of the FGP Squad family gets you some additional perks, like access to our happy hour calls when we get a chance to do those. I know we've been talking about getting one of those in the books very soon, and I'm happy that I feel like we're finally going to be able to do that. Random giveaways, you get stuff sent to you, like those little gingerbread ornaments I was showing a little bit ago. You get discounts on new Podketeers gear when we have new stuff come out, additional content that's uploaded to Patreon, and our gratitude along with all of that. So if you want more information, podketeers.com/FGP is where you want to go to find it. And of course, to all of the members of the FGP Squad, we just want to send a huge thank you for your continued support. Speaking of links, podketeers.com/links is where you want to go if you want to have all the most asked about and popular Podketeers links at the tip of your fingers. There you will find a link to our latest episode, a link to the Quizneyland playlist. Of course, you'll find a link to the FGP Squad, but you'll also find a link to our Discord community. Any fundraisers that we're currently running with Teamboat Willie, our charity team. You'll also find a link to our YouTube channel and our pal Larry's YouTube channel, Goofy Guys Adventures. Make sure that you go subscribe to those. And of course, you'll find a link to our Armchair Imagineering playlist. And we like to recommend that you take that link and you add a little shortcut icon to your phone, and that way you just tap the button or the little icon, and then boom, it takes you to podketeers.com/links. Why would you want to do that? Because you don't have to sit there and type it out every single time. I know you don't use two fingers to type stuff out like this. I know you do it with one finger, but then I can't get my point across. Podketeers.com/links. That's what you want to do, right? Boom. Easy. I know I'm delirious at this point.
Yep.
It's okay.
Just, you're on a roll.
So,
Spiraling into
podketeers.com/links for all your links.
Yeah, spiraling into madness.
And become an FGP Squad member. That's... Get in now. Hopefully, if you get in now, you might be able to get the Christmas gifts before they ship out.
Never mind, that's McDonald's. Copyright strike. Boof. Let's see what we got.
I'm loving it.
Captain America: Brave New World got a new trailer today.
Oh,
Ooh,
That's
okay.
today, like 14 hours ago. Marvel posted this. Have you seen it?
no.
No.
I
yet.
would be watching this for the first time as well. Let me play this. That way we can react to it. Here we go.
You know I've been no fan of heroes, but even I can't deny the good that you've done. with me, Sam. The country needs Captain America.
The world is on the brink of war. It's my job to fix it. What if it's a trap? Stand by for proof of that. Somebody is pulling the strings on everything.
Captain America.
You don't even know what this is. You want me? Come and get me!
Tell me I don't make your old gear look brand new.
Who's saying that?
Everybody.
Who's that guy?
Ah, that's cool.
I forgot his name.
Who's that guy? The green guy.
What is this
Green
name?
guy.
He was in Falcon and the Winter Soldier show.
Oh. That was like so long ago. How am I supposed to remember that? They didn't do last time on Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
They should have, right? Last time. Last time on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Did do a recap. I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is interesting. I think watching the trailer now, I think I don't know if you saw the news, but I guess Chris Evans is coming back to the MCU.
Oh.
Yeah.
And there was some question as to whether or not he was going to play Captain America again, or if he was going to be like a variant or something, the same way that potentially Tony Stark is, or Robert Downey Jr. is coming back to play Doctor Doom, in this multiverse sort of situation. What's interesting about Captain America, or at least Steve Rogers being Captain America, is that in the MCU timeline, Steve already gave up the mantle of Captain America to Sam, right? So
Right.
Falcon became Captain America, gave him the shield, and Steve decided, I'm just going to live out my life. I want to go back, marry Peggy and everything. I just want to live out my life and stuff, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But in the comics, there was a point where Steve Rogers sees something happen in the government where it causes... I think it's similar to the story that we saw in the trailer, where they're on the brink of war because some stuff happens that's super corrupt, and Steve decides that he can no longer represent the government as Captain America, so he denounces the title of Captain America and becomes Nomad. And I guess the rumor is that, like, Chris Evans coming back to the MCU would potentially put him in that role. Mm-hmm. And at first I didn't understand how they were going to do that, but now after watching this trailer, it's perfectly set up for that to happen, where this essentially sets up Avengers for his return as Nomad.
But how? He's an old man.
That's what we thought he was going to return
He went to the
as.
past. He went to the
can
past.
go back.
No, how?
He's
But
still-
how's he gonna find out about it? Somebody else has to go tell him.
Oh, somebody will. Somebody will. I don't know how they're going to do it.
And we already know that he became an old man.
But can it be a situation where... Well, I guess it wouldn't be him then.
That's
it
what
wouldn't
I'm
be
saying.
that Steve, because he did grow old. You're right.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
they can't reverse the aging process. It would have to be a different version of him.
This is what I'm saying. I'm confused.
So it is a multiverse thing.
It is.
Or people are guessing wrong, and he's playing, like I don't know, some other guy.
I mean, I guess it is possible that he's still Nomad from another timeline.
Or he's just a different guy. What if he's playing? Let's see. Who could he play? He's now playing. I just looked up Marvel characters.
Well,
Oh, jeez.
He could come back as a Human Torch.
Right. That's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
I mean, he's
Well,
already
but
been
we already
there,
got
so-
somebody cast as a Human Torch.
Yep.
That's his thing. Who's
Well,
like?
multiverse though, because we got to see Richard Reed already
Yeah. We have.
in the MCU. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
This
off.
is. I mean, no. This is it. You're right, though. That's
Yeah.
it.
What
It
if he's
does
just gonna be
throw
like
off-
Doctor somebody or another, or Officer somebody, or Agent somebody?
We can't be. I mean, I guess they could make him whatever you want. But U.S. Agent is technically John Walker.
Yeah.
Or what about, I don't know, some X-Man? He's the
He
new
can't be an X-Men 'cause
Wolverine.
He's an Avenger.
Yeah. No.
No, Captain America is an Avenger. Chris Evans can be whoever he they want him to be. He's an actor.
That's true.
This is what
That's
I'm
true.
saying.
Ah. Okay.
He could be freaking whoever Frazier played. He could be the Beast. Even though he came back in that end of that movie, right?
That would
Yep.
be funny. That would be funny.
So.
He's the new Wolverine.
That would be so good.
You heard it here first.
I mean, if that happens, Hugh Jackman is going to be really angry.
I think he's done being Wolverine, right? This was like the last hurrah.
Listen,
They keep saying that.
He
He
said
said
that
that
last
last
Robert Downey
time.
Jr. was done with Iron Man.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Robert Downey Jr. was
Exactly.
done with the MCU, and look where we are.
Enough
We-
money will get you to do pretty much
Exactly.
anything.
So are
Just
they
give
really
the
done?
check.
It's kind of like in the comics where a character dies, and then like 5 issues later, they're like, "This was a mistake. Find a way to bring him back."
Yeah.
What if the next Avengers movie takes place between other Avengers movies and we just haven't talked about it yet? They're like, this Avengers movie actually happens before Endgame.
Lion King one
But
and a half.
just kidding,
No, I
Iron
think they
Man's not
have
here for
actually-
some reason.
I think they actually have talked about that it's after all of those events.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think because of the timeline that Loki aligns to, I think Loki set the new timeline for when the new films are going to happen.
Oh,
and
that makes sense.
all happens after.
It's so freaking confusing. Like, I'm just gonna.
We'll
give
have
up.
to build a new timeline. I think
Well,
that's what we have
just-
to do.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait until somebody tells me for official, or the movie
We should have
comes
like a
out.
board with like
red
red
string.
ribbon.
Red strings. Just connecting everything.
Be like here. Yeah.
Yeah. Characters, movies, plots, villains. Who's not a villain? Who used to be a villain
Variants.
but really isn't a villain, but now they think they're a villain, and now they're a superhero-ish. Also, we'll break them into color categories. It'll be great. It'll only take us 3 years to put it together.
He'll be
Yeah,
Batman,
yep.
and they're gonna bring Batman into Marvel. Marvel's buying Batman from Warner Brothers.
Ooh, everyone's like,
Listen.
nope. I
I
don't know.
wouldn't doubt it.
What if that would be nuts?
That would be nuts.
That would be nuts.
What a crossover.
That would be
And
crazy.
also Batman.
Let's see. What else we got? Oh, speaking of Marvel stuff, I don't know if you saw the article, but Catherine Hahn was at the candlelight
At the
processional.
Catherine Light.
at the Catholite processional.
Yes, I saw that.
Nice.
I still want to do one of those one day.
Sounds
Still
like
on my
yeah, but it needs to be like one of those ones where it's like you get the chair. I don't want to like wait around.
Oh yeah, I don't want to be like
And-
halfway down Main Street, like
and being standing there for like
trying to look over someone's iPad as they're
Right.
like trying to record Catherine Hahn or whoever's gonna be there.
right.
Yeah, I would love a chair situation for the
Yeah.
candlelight processional. I thought that was kind of cool. She's been getting a lot of like Disney days and a lot of photo shoots and stuff
Mhm.
because of Agatha. I know she did a lot for Halloween. There was multiple photo shoots that she did at Disneyland during
Yeah.
Right.
that time. So it's only nice that they're bringing her back for Halloween. I mean Christmas.
Ho ho ho.
According to Monopoly Go, I guess it's like Halloween, Christmas time or something.
It's just mansion-y adventures. It's fine.
Okay.
Don't think about it.
I don't like this event. It's dumb.
No,
It's
I
got,
hate
like,
it, too.
weird tickets and like
I hate it.
Uno card matching. It's like it's dumb.
Stupid. We don't need to
Yeah,
talk about it. It's
Yeah.
dumb.
Oh, we're not going to.
Yeah.
After we spend 12 minutes talking.
12 minutes. So, but the thing about Monopoly Go.
Let's see. Oh, Dream Productions finally actually out.
Oh, on the
I
date
had a-
that it
I had a
said it
chance
was
to-
going to be?
Yes, on the day
whole
that they said
time?
it was going to be, not the day
Not a
that
month
I
early?
misread and was angry that I misread it for like weeks.
Yeah.
I finally had a chance to watch it. It's so good.
Nice.
I think the expectation that I had for it was, I don't know. I felt like it was so. Remember when Forky asked, Forky was introduced and they did all the Forky shorts?
Forky has a question.
Yeah, I had a feeling for some reason I felt that this was going to be a lot more like Forky, and that it was going to be just like these little random vignettes of them trying to control like Riley's dreams or like kind of what went into the production.
Like 2 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, they're not. They're like 20+ minute little episodes
It's like a
that
full
they put
show.
together. Yeah. I think in many ways, it actually could have been a movie.
Oh.
After watching the entire series, they could have easily made this a movie, and I think it would have been a really great movie to have it. Because as we were watching it, the kids and I talked about it after it was done, and we all agreed that the splitting up, breaking up of the episodes kind of took away from the flow of the episodes, because they were really good. The entire premise is they're building Riley's dreams. They're kind of like stage 2. The Inside Out characters that we know already are like corporate, and so Dream Productions reports up to joy, sadness, anger, and everyone that's in corporate. And this takes place right in between the first and second film, so the new emotions haven't been introduced yet.
Gotcha.
So this one is kind of the precursor to how Riley develops a lot of those new emotions, and the basis of her transitioning into a teenager, and all of the stuff that comes along with the emotional turmoil that all teenagers go through at one point. But at the same time, there's this like B story that's going on, because the dreams are directed, they're written like a TV show, and there's this like whole TV production thing that goes on with it. And there's this like B story of like the top producer and how the Riley growing up is affecting the producer. It's very parallel to Joy's storyline, and Joy learning to let go of Riley at one point.
Okay, very
right. So I think they did a really great job of mixing up the two, introducing the characters as kind of like that sub-level, like subconscious portion of Riley.
Oh, okay.
And it's just fun. It was really well written. I don't know what more to say. I think you should watch
good.
it. It was fantastic. It wasn't good. It was fantastic. I so enjoyed it. I want to watch it again. And my oldest has the idea that now we should watch all 3 back to back. So we should watch the first one, this new series, and then the second movie, so that they all tie together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah, we'll probably do it over a couple of days because it is a lot of content to sit through. But we're gonna watch them one after another.
Nice.
So, Dream Productions, 100% recommend it.
Woohoo.
It wasn't
Okay.
what I thought it was gonna be, but I was so happy with what we got from it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think that's it. I mean, there's a couple other things I had on the list here that I think We could just wait.
Melissa had a thing, right? What was Melissa? What was the thing you're going to talk about? You said you had a mansion thing or something.
I do, and you know what? We
Oh.
could close the episode with this. It's a fun little tidbit, and I feel, I hope whoever hears this doesn't feel like, what? How did I not know? Because that's exactly how I felt. So I was listening to the radio, and they actually brought up this tidbit, and when I heard, I'm like, this is one of the most iconic voices, and how did I not connect it? So, this kind of connects to the Haunted Mansion. Actually, no, it does connect to the Haunted Mansion. And growing up, you may have watched Frosty the Snowman, which was 1969's cartoon.
Happy birthday!
Yes. So, what's the connection between the two? Well, one of the first voices for the Haunted Mansion, the ghost host, was Paul Frees.
Right.
Santa in Frosty the Snowman is voiced by none other the ghost host, Paul
Right.
Frees himself.
Yeah.
I didn't know this, and I was like,
yeah.
what? So that's how I felt. So if you felt like that, relatable. It's one of those things where I just didn't put the two together. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And I've seen this growing up, this and that. I just never made it. So there you go. That's my little tidbit.
You know, Thurl Ravenscroft sings the Grinch song.
Yes,
You know
that
one,
I
right?
knew.
Okay.
Yes.
So I did know that fact,
too, yeah.
but I'll tell you that the first time I found out about it, I felt exactly how you felt. Because you're right, as a kid especially, you watch these things, and I think now kids are a little bit more like open to finding out this additional information. Like it doesn't. I remember when I was a kid finding out that there was like real people voicing these cartoons and stuff that I watched, like in a way was like finding out like Santa's like, well, I shouldn't say that. It was like, you know, it was heartbreaking finding out that it was like a person in a way. It's like,
Yeah.
like the cartoons weren't real. Right. And, like now, like my kids watch so many other videos and so many behind the scenes things that they'll tell me stuff like, oh yeah, Dad, did you know that Kristen Shaw is also like the voice of blah 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 and blah, not just Mabel on Gravity Falls? I'm like, cool. That's
Kristen
that's
Shaw
awesome.
is like
pretty
huge
awesome.
voice actor.
Yeah, and so I think now it's much more common for people to know the voices like behind these iconic characters. But I felt exactly the way that you felt, like that connection, just like what. What?
Yeah.
What is happening? I know this guy from
Yep.
the parks. I know him.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yep.
it's always fun to find those little things.
He's also looking up in these in all the for Rankin Bass. He was also Burgermeister Meisterburger in Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Nice.
Okay.
He voiced King Haggard. Oh, King Haggard was Wizard Mabuk in The Last Unicorn. He
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. It's The Last Unicorn's a movie, I guess. I don't know. He's in he's just in a ton of stuff.
Right.
I think, I'm trying to find, there's one that's in my head that, yes, here it is. In television commercials, he was the voice of the Pillsbury Doughboy, the 7-Up Bird, Fresh Up Freddy, the Fruits Loop spokesperson, Toucan Sam, Boo Berry in the series Monster
So
Cereal
he's all
commercials.
General Mills characters.
The farmer who helps the little green sprout.
Wait, from the
Jolly Green
Ho Ho Ho
Giant.
Green Giant
Yeah.
things.
Okay,
Yes.
we're learning today.
So yes, I was trying to remember. I knew the Pillsbury Doughboy, but I didn't know Toucan Sam, and
I didn't know Boo Berry.
Yeah, and Boo Berry.
What?
Wow.
Well, this was great.
Yeah.
Flip that into a Quizneyland episode. One
Yep.
of
There
these
you
days.
go.
Then you could take the,
I have to
the
wait
little
a
snippet of me
while.
going, what?
Yeah.
Save it for next year.
Right.
Right?
So people forget about it.
Uh-huh.
Boom.
There you go.
All right. I think we'll save some of this other stuff for next week.
All
I think
right.
we should wrap it up for today. What do you think?
Sounds
Yeah.
good. We're all tired.
Let's go to sleep.
It's tomorrow.
It is tomorrow. All right. That's it. That's going to wrap it up. Remember, I forgot to post last week's episode in Quizneyland on Instagram. So, as I've mentioned in the past, if that's what you wait for to know that they're up.
Sorry.
So, remember, go back and listen to Quizneyland and last week's episode if you haven't had a chance to do that. And that's going to wrap up this episode. So, until next time, keep dreaming, keep moving forward, and always remember to pass on the magic. Have a fantastic week, everyone.
Bye.
See ya.